Namaskar, myself Pratik. In this session, we are going to discuss some more examples for local functions. Let us start this session. Let us write a PLSQL code for local function to return balance of the customer on the basis of his account number, which is passed to this local function as its parameter. The columns of customer table are account number, name, and balance. We have to write a local function which will take one parameter for account number and it will return the balance of this past account number. Now let us write its code. In declare section, we are declaring some variables to store account number and balance. We are defining a local function with name balance. We are passing a one parameter account ID as a number type. This parameter will be of int type. Since in is the default type of the argument, so we have not written in. But of course you can always write in for better readability. So here account number is a int type argument with number data type. In is the default type of argument, so we have skipped in this case. This function name balance will return a number type value. Is the part of syntax. Here we are declaring a local variable account underscore balance, which is derived from customer tables balance column. It will have same data type and size of customer table balance column. And in begin section of this function body, we have to select the balance of the customer for account number is equal to this parameter. So we will write select balance into this variable which is declared as customer.balance percentage type from table customer, where account number is equal to this parameter. So based on the past value, we will retrieve the balance of the customer in this variable. After getting the value in this variable, we will return its value by using statement return variable name. So the value of this variable will be returned to the calling environment. Then this is the end of this function. The name of the function is balance, so we have written end balance. Then in begin section of main PLSQL block, we will call this function to get the value of the balance for a particular account number. Here we are assigning 100 to this account number variable which is declared here. It is important to note that we can also get the value of this account number from the user by using substitutional variable. Since we are using Oracle Live, substitutional variable are not allowed here, so we are directly assigning a value 100 to account number. But if you are working at SQL prompt, you can always use substitutional variable to get the value of account number from the user. After getting the value in this variable, we will call the user defined local function balance by using this statement. Here we are calling user defined local function balance and passing a value of this variable account underscore number. Here the value is 100. So this 100 will be passed to this parameter account underscore ID. For this past value of account underscore ID, which is 100 in this case, the balance is retrieved for the customer number 100 and it is stored in this variable, and the value of this variable is returned to the calling environment by return statement. The returned value of balance is stored in the variable name BAL. In next statement, we are displaying its value by using statement dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. Balance is concatenated with this variable. Then we have a end of this PLSQL block. Now let us move to Oracle Live to execute this code. Let us first create table cast with account number number type, name variable character type, and balance as number type. Table has been created. Let us insert two records in this table with account number 100, balance 8 lakh, account number 101 with balance 6 lakh. Let's execute these insert statement. Two rows has been inserted. Now let us execute this PLSQL code to return the balance for account number 100. Here we are calling a user defined local function with name balance, passing account number as a parameter. For the past account number, the balance is retrieved by selecting to statement. The balance is returned by return statement, and then this balance is stored in this variable, and here we are displaying its value. Let us execute this code to check its output. So you can see the output is balance is 8 lakh. Let's change the account number to 101. The balance is 6 lakh. Now let's change it to account number 102. Can you predict the output this time? We have record of account number 100 and 101 in this table, and there is no record for account number 102. So based on this information, can you predict the output of this PLSQL code? Let us execute this code to check its output. You can see an error message has been displayed with the exception no data found. This exception has been raised due to the execution of this select into statement. Since the value of the past account ID is 102 and there is no record for this account number, so an exception no data found has been raised in this function. Can you extend the code of this local function? I request all of you to pause this video at this point and try to write the code to handle this exception in this PLSQL block. After writing this code, you can again start this video to compare your code with the solution discussed next in this video session. In order to handle no data found exception, we have to add exception handler in this function body. Let us add exception section to handle this exception. Here we have added an exception handler in the function body with the name when no data found. Then we are displaying a user defined message no record for account number. Let us execute this code to check its output. Now you see that exception has been handled, but still we have a one error in our code, and the error is function return without a value. Now you can understand that when we execute this select into statement, an exception is raised and the control is transferred to this exception block. And here we are displaying a user defined message no record for account number. So ultimately this function is not returning any value to the calling environment. It is compulsory for a function to return a value to the calling environment. And in this case, due to the raising of exception, this return statement has not been executed. So no value is returned to the calling environment, and it raised an error function returned without a value. We should return a value when this exception no data found has been raised. Let us add a return statement to remove this error. Here we have added a return statement in this exception handler, and we are returning a value of -100 when no record has been found for the past account number. Let us execute this code. You can see the output is balance is -100. Since we are returning a value of -100 when no record is found for the past account number, so in this case -100 will be stored in this BAL variable. So that's why the output is balance is -100. While this code is displaying the balance for account number 101, but it is displaying a balance of -100 for account number 102. We can add a if condition on the basis of the value of balance to handle this condition. Let us add a if statement to handle this situation. Here we are checking the value of this variable, and if the value of this variable is -100, then we are displaying a user defined message no record for account number. This string is concatenated with the value of account number. Let us execute this code to check its output. So you can see the output is no record for account number 102. We got the desired output. Let's change account number to 101. Now in this case balance is displayed. Let's change it to 105. Now in this case the message is no record for account number 105. So we have achieved our objective by adding an exception handler in function body. There is no significance of this DBMS output put line statement. We can remove this statement from the body of function. With this example, you can understand the importance of having exception section in the function body. This is all about this demonstration. Now let us write a PLSQL code for a local function to return total number of employees in employee table. In this case, there is no need to pass any parameter to this function. So we will write this local function without any parameter. This function will return a value to represent total number of employees in employee table, which will be of number type. Let us write this code. In declare section, we are defining this local function with name total underscore imp. The syntax is function total underscore imp return number is. Since there is no need to pass any parameter to this function, so we have directly written function name without any parameter. This function is returning a value of number type. We are also declaring a local variable to store total number of employees. The name of the variable is total and its data type is number. In begin section of function body, we are using select into statement, and the statement is select count star into total from employee. So this select into statement will find total number of employees in employee table and populate this variable total with total number of employees in this table. Then we have to return the value of this variable total by using statement return total. It is important to note that the bracket is optional, so you can directly return space total or return in brackets total. So both will work. This end complete the code for this function body. In begin section, we are calling this function in dbms underscore output dot put underscore line statement. Here we are displaying a message total number of employees concatenated with function call total underscore emp. So this user defined function will be called and it will return total number of employees, which will be displayed by this dbms underscore output put line statement. The main PLSQL block is terminated with end statement. Now let us move to Oracle Live to implement this code. Let us first create employee table with only one column e number as number type. Table has been created. Let us insert some record in this table. One row has been inserted. Let's insert another row. Another row has been inserted. Let's insert one more row. So we have inserted 3 rows in this table. Let's check the content of this table. Let's execute the statement select star from employee. You can see that there are 3 rows in this table. Let us copy our PLSQL code. Here we have our code. Let us execute this code to find total number of employees in employee table. So you can see the output total number of employees 3. We are able to achieve our objective. This is all about the demonstration of local function. To read more about this, you can refer my book Simplified Approach to DBMS, which is available on Amazon platform. You are requested to subscribe this YouTube channel to receive latest video tutorials on topics like data mining, machine learning, DBMS, big data, NoSQL and many more. To learn SQL in a simplified way, you can join this free online course on SQL at Udemy platform. I have also authored books on data mining and data warehousing, NoSQL, beginning with SQL and PLSQL for beginners. All these books are available on Amazon platform. To read more about this, you can refer my website prateekbhatia.com. Thanks for watching this video.